All right, welcome everyone to another edition of Running with the Breaks podcast. Rich Quinones here. We are at a very familiar venue, Joe's Surf Shack in the heart of Belmar, as we are set for not only training camp, but of course 2026 breaks season. And we've got a stacked lineup. We got a lot of players, a lot of community leaders. We wanted to get in our guy first, Dave Smith, the young talent, newly acquired, I guess we can say, our PA announcer for the upcoming season. And I know we're a little pressed for time, but I appreciate a couple moments. And I know this got to be exciting for you. You are a basketball fan through and through. So kind of walk us through, first and foremost, you're local, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for having me on. I mean, I'm from Manasquan, so I mean, it's absolutely amazing that the games are going to be so close. I mean, I've been a kid growing up around basketball my entire life. My mom is one of 8. My grandpa played at Seton Hall. He coached there. He was the AD. So I've been going to Seton Hall games my entire life. I've just had a love of basketball for as long as I can remember. I just graduated in May with my degree in sports broadcasting. Communications was my major, but my focus was in sports broadcasting. That's a
communications is just basically for the resume. Exactly. At the end of the day, it's just getting the reps. And I know you were doing some stuff with JSBL, correct?
Absolutely. So it's great to see a couple of the guys here as well on this team. I know that we have a ton of talent, and I can't wait to show the rest of the tri-state what we're capable of.
So what kind of energy can we expect? I mean, you're a young guy, so you don't need coffee like us old guys. Like, you should come in already juiced when we start to open up the season at St. Rose. What can we expect?
No, I mean, if there's one thing I can promise you, it's that I will bring the energy every single game. I mean, sometimes I might be a little too loud, which might be a little bit of a problem, but when these guys are making plays, you're going to know about it, because I'm going to be announcing their name and I'm going to be announcing it loud.
Now, that's fantastic. Now, you mentioned that you graduated from Seton Hall. Did they have any type of, well, I'm sure they do. It was different when I was in college, but kind of your radio practicums. I mean, did you work for the college radio station? You were able to get some reps in that way?
Yeah, so I didn't work for the college radio station, but I worked for the Pirates Sports Network, which was the TV network, and I got a ton of good opportunities. I got to do PA for women's basketball, a couple men's basketball events, baseball, softball, volleyball, soccer, you name it. And then I was also fortunate enough to work the games as well, to work the Big East tournament.
Yep.
The Elite Eight was also hosted at the Prudential Center one year, so I was fortunate enough to work that. I've been able to work a lot of really great things through Seton Hall, and I'm very thankful for all the opportunities that I've been given so far.
And I will say this, for young guys that just graduated to get reps in or have an opportunity to latch onto a pro team and just build a resume, that's huge, because it was, I don't want to date myself, it was vastly different when I was coming out of JUCO in college. I mean, hell, we were still using reel-to-reel and carts for the radio, but that's a story for another day. I know you got to get going. I will leave you on this, though. So, obviously, diehard Seton Hall fan.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think I told you when we first met, my squad's St. John's. I'm a big Patino guy.
Yeah. I mean, you got to respect the legend. I mean, he's one of the best coaches in the country, not only now, but in history. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. And I think that St. John's, they've got a real shot to make a run in the tournament this year.
I would hope so.
If they can hit the outside shot consistently, they're going to be tough to beat, because we know how good they are defensively. They're currently sitting first in the Big East standings right now after UConn lost this weekend. So playing a really good brand of basketball.
All right, well, listen, young man, I appreciate it. Young talent to keep an eye out for. Look forward to collaborating with Dave during the season. Appreciate a couple moments, pal.
Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. All right, so like I said, we're going to keep it rolling. Training camp is right around the corner. The season will start in March. The games will be inside famed St. Rose's High School, which is pretty much a stone's throw away. A little different this year with the team not being in the TBL. They have a great marketing plan going as far as naming the league, but there's a boatload of players that have stopped in this afternoon on this. It's turned out to be a very nice environment, as always, at Joe's. So we're going to just filter in a ton of players. We're going to have some community leaders, also some of our business advertisers that have partnered with us. Fantastic job, as always. And we always encourage you guys, too. Don't forget, tickets are available. Tickets are on sale. Go to thejerseyshortbreaks.com, stanbeck.com, and always follow us on social media as well. The marketing guys do a phenomenal job with just getting the content out there at the Jersey Shore Break, so definitely check that out as well. So I know we're going to grab another player coming in.
Oh, here we go. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. 13, wearing 13, you feel me? How we doing?
The newest, one of the new acquisitions, James Stanbeck, kind enough to join me for a couple moments. And what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm excited to be here with my new family.
Yeah.
And it's good to be home to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. You know, I know the last couple of years, I mean, obviously, different league this year, different team for you, had a lot of success with Capital, but now in your backyard, you're familiar with this area, obviously, JSBL, and now the Jersey Shore Breaks.
Right.
You know, when we talk about what goes into a decision to sign with the team, you know, what went into your thinking that you said, hey, this is the team for me?
For me, it's definitely comfortability. Like it's good to be away to play, but like when you can be home, your friends and your family, you can be there to watch you play. Like that's a different feeling. It's a different energy that helps me play as well.
Yeah.
So,
I thought last year was interesting too because we knew that you had game, and the fact that Jersey Shore played your old squad 5 times, there was like a ridiculous amount of familiarity, right? But you bring a little different element to the floor because I think what lacked last season for this team was the ability to consistently knock down the 3. Now, obviously, your game is predicated. You can go right to the basket, but the fact that now you can draw defenses out and you got some opportunities to knock down the 3. Talk a little bit about how your game is involved and how it will fit with this team.
I mean, so looking at our training camp roster, we have probably almost everybody on the team can do the same thing. So now that me coming in and being a shooter, and we have a couple other guys coming in being also that can shoot and stretch the floor, it's going to be hard to help off of that, and it's going to open up other opportunities on the floor for other guys.
Yeah, I feel like this team's going to get out and run, and it might be a dunk fest.
I feel like it is too.
Yeah,
I feel like it is too because nobody that I've talked to that's coming to training camp is a selfish guy.
Right.
So we are big on bigging each other up and trying to make sure that we succeed in the long run.
Is it also kind of unique too that you have familiarity with a lot of these players and a lot of these guys, and you played with them, you played against them, that you know that balance, you know, the competitive nature, but yet almost not trying to one up each other, but push each other.
Nah, definitely 100%. Like we're not in competition with each other. We definitely here to push each other and see the best out of each other come out. Pause.
What can we expect from you personally this coming season?
Playing wise.
Yeah. That's the only reason we're here talking hoops.
A lot of threes. A little bit of trash talking, not too much of it, though.
I see that now.
Depends on what they say to me. I don't start it, I just finish it. That's it. I don't start it, I just finish it.
Well, you know this, right? All these leagues around this area, it doesn't matter what league it is, but they're very quick with the whistle.
No, 100%.
You know?
But I don't say it where it's, like, noticeable.
Yeah.
If you talk to me, I'm going to say something under my breath here and there. You might get caught because you might want to say something back, but I'm still just trying to play.
Hey, I did want to ask you before I let you go, have you always played in the States? Have you played overseas?
I played overseas, yeah. I played in 7 different countries. I played in China.
Wow, well-traveled.
Belize, the Maldives, DR, Mexico.
Would you play in Mexico, Cipapac?
I played in a Cipapac, yeah.
Okay.
Cipapac or Cibacopa, and I also played in the LBP.
Okay, what was your best stop, your favorite stop? And it can be for a variety of reasons.
So like living wise, like the food and like outside
Culture,
of basketball,
yeah.
definitely Belize.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. But basketball wise, it would probably be either China or Europe.
Why was that? Different game style?
100% different style, and it was like me actually being able to play my position, and it's more competitive because like they have bigger guys, they have smaller guys.
Right.
But they all can go.
Yeah.
All
right, brother. Well, it'll be a lot more fun from my vantage point that you're going to be donning the blue 100%. As opposed to the other uniform.
Favorite color.
Well, hey, appreciate it, brother.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, good luck. All right, there you have it. James Stanbeck, good stuff from him. Well-traveled. This is another thing you're going to notice with the team and the roster. A lot of these guys have that overseas experience. which is really unique when you think about it. And they're coming now with a lot of pedigree, a lot of background, a lot of experience, and now you kind of blend that in with some of these younger players. I think it's a nice little mix. Don't forget we're Joe's. Right here, running with the brakes. Rich Quinones here. Junior Saintel, kind enough to join. Now, I feel bad. You were, relaxing, probably wolfing down some good food, man. Right?
It is a good food for sure.
I'm glad they were able to, spin in and have you sit in with me for a couple moments. So I was just asking James this, and I kind of want to ask you, a lot of times you look at the players with this team and this roster and in this area, all you guys have a ridiculous amount of experience and pedigree. What drew you to saying, okay, this is this team, Jersey Shore Breaks, that I want to play for?
Honestly, I think it was just good communication along me and the coaches. I was overseas at the time, and I was still communicating with Steve Porter. We talked about the goal. I told him I had an idea of staying home this season and not going back to play overseas. So I just felt like, staying home, staying grounded was a great opportunity for me to stay home and play in front of the home crowd and, get Jersey back going again. So.
Yeah, you were telling me, and I made a note of it, that, maybe I just kind of want to decompress a little bit, right? You have a young son, so you want it to be local and family time, right? Be that father and also have your family and friends come to the games. I think that's important, too, because when you're overseas, you're lucky if there's a live stream available to watch some of these games, but now you're going to have an opportunity to showcase your talent in front of your family and your friends.
Right, I'm excited for that part. This is my first time playing in Jersey. I've been overseas the last 7 years.
Wow.
So each season is different. You're out there sometimes 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. So, it's taxing. Mentally, I think it's important to find that balance. And I'm excited to take advantage of the opportunity of playing home this season.
Do you feel as though if overseas came a calling down the road at this point in your career, is that something you would also entertain going back playing overseas?
Right now, I personally, I'm still open to playing overseas. I think I still want to play at the highest level. Right now, I'm 30 years old, but I stay in shape. So I think each year is
30. By the way, 30's not old, man.
30's young, yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm 20. I'm still flying. So, I think if you, proper nutrition and things like that.
Yeah.
I think I just utilize that time to, prepare myself throughout each season, off season, take care of my body, and every year is different. So as long as I can keep going, that's how long I'll play for.
I was looking at, the roster, or just kind of figuring out the shape of the roster with training camp on the horizon, and I was telling James that the team's very athletic. Right? Everyone can do a lot of different things really well, but I almost get the sense that the pace might be get out and run and run and run. Is that predicated? You enjoy that type of style and tempo?
Yeah, that type of style, I think I grew up playing that way. I think I like to run the floor, and then playing with these guys right here, I think it would be perfect, not necessarily run and gun. You play with, like, IQ and things like that, but I think when you have an athletic group and you play with IQ and guys that have experience, it's showtime.
I start to see a little bit of I'm seeing a little bit of the twinkle. Like, I feel like you want to be out there right now, like the season to start. Like you're I'm chomping at the bit too. I can't imagine what you guys are, because I'm really fascinated to see, and the depth too, because bench is everything, right? But just the depth of this team compared where they were at last year, I just have a feeling these are going to be very entertaining games. But you also have a bunch of dogs on this team,
right?
Like high IQ, a little bit of chip on the shoulder, a little nastiness. Now, what's the difference, stateside and then overseas? Little different, obviously, style over there, right? They say that the ball's never really touching the floor, no Velcro hands.
Yeah, I think overseas just a lot of a lot of footwork, a lot of IQ. The ball swings around a lot. A lot of preparation, a lot of videos, and a lot of preparation, I would say, and just a different style of game. I think it's beautiful overseas, the way the game is played. I don't know, a lot of people watch EuroLeague and things like that, but I grew up watching that, and I think it's great basketball. A lot of people can learn from it, defense and on offense. So. And I'm gonna take what I know, here, and try to help out the best I can.
Well, I know I'm gonna let you get out of here because I know you want to eat, and you're still a growing boy, man. 30 is young, but how about this? How about mi hermano here can speak a little Espanol, right? Hablando español conmigo. So this is what we're gonna do during the broadcast. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, we're gonna get you on air, maybe like a player of the game. I suspect you'll have a couple of those, and we might kick it in English, we might kick it in Spanish, we might even kick it in Spanglish.
All right, let's do it. I'll give it a try. Let's do it.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Like I said, this roster, I'm just going up and down the roster, and these guys are stacked. And like I said, now you got a different type of element of, guys that can shoot the basketball and make it a wide open game. And it's kind of fitting that I'm talking about wide open game, like the coup de grace, the big signing, one of the big signings for the breaks in the offseason. My guy, Jachai Simmons.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
see you again, brother.
It's great to see you.
You
Yes,
too,
sir.
man. So I'm not going to lie. I was a little juiced and jacked when I saw that it became official.
Yes, sir.
That you signed with the team. Look, we know you've had a lot of success over the last several years, and I think from what I gather from the players, hey, look, I got an opportunity to stay local and play home. And I know it was probably a decision you were wrestling with, going back to your old team. Do I want to stay local? Do I want to travel? Do I want to be close to home? Kind of walk me through the process. And, was it a battle to try to figure out what you want to do?
Definitely. The process was definitely a battle. The last 3 months, 2 months, whatever it was, just sitting at home trying to figure out what was the next step, because I obviously built a family-oriented base on my old team, and a lot of those guys had became my brothers from the ownership all the way down to the players. So it was a tough thing to walk away from. But then I thought about it, and I seen what the breaks had and what they were trying to accomplish, and I felt like it could be a great fit for both of us. I could stay home and obviously be with my two boys and my lady and try to grow something here at home.
Yeah, and it's interesting because when I started calling the games in the TB, I started with PA. That was a handful of games, and then I latched on with Atlantic City. That was your first season with the Gambits.
Yes,
you were an all-star. We both went up all-star weekend. You were in the dunk contest. They still talk about the dunk against Connecticut, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? They still talk about it. And then, what was it, the last 2 seasons with Potawatomi, or 3?
Yes, last two.
Last two. And that also had to be tough because, let's, again, be honest, they were back-to-back champs in the TBL. And I'm sure you were thinking to yourself, man, back-to-back. That's a rarity, right?
Definitely. Going for their 4th one this year.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
Yeah, definitely a rarity. But it was fun for sure. My last few years in the TBL, even going from Wichita before getting to Potawatomi.
That's right. Yeah. Which I totally forgot about the stop in Wichita.
It was really fun out there as well. So everywhere I've been in the league has been really. I've been blessed to be around some really good people, and I think here at the breaks,
this team's pretty talented. They're pretty stacked, and at the end of the day, all players have egos, right?
Definitely.
Right? So they want their shots. They want their touches. And I'm kind of looking around. I'm like, hey, man, fantasy-wise, this might look good, right? But it seems as though the way the roster is built, you guys are just basically kind of all Foxhole brothers. You're in it together, right? And I think that's kind of a rarity. Have you been able to kind of develop a rapport with some of your teammates short-term, or still kind of feeling out a little bit?
I know most of them.
Yeah, you played with a lot of these guys and
in the
against
summer,
a lot of these guys, right?
playing against them.
Yeah, South Plainfield, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I went to Plainfield.
Yeah, Plainfield.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
But I definitely played against some of them somewhere, somehow. New Jersey is a big basketball community.
Yeah.
Small basketball community,
Right.
but very big
Yeah.
at the same time. So I know most of them, but with all the talent that we got, the biggest thing is sacrifices. If we could put those egos to the side, we got a special group. We can do some special things.
Well, I was talking to James and then Junior before you came on, and I said, I tell you, you guys are going to get out and run, and we might get a lot of highlights out of you guys
for sure
this season. What, for the viewing audience, and if they haven't watched you play, you guys are missing out, but what can they expect from Jachai Simmons?
Energy, excitement, big plays.
The infectious smile.
Always. Smile is always going to be on the face. I'm going to dunk a couple people and hit you with the famous smile. So
I was just going to say.
Be ready for the T-shirts with the smile on the face all around the gym.
You're going to be dunking with, like, have a nice day.
Yeah,
right?
happy bear. Thank you for taking this trip with me.
Yeah. Next stop, the 6th floor. All right, brother.
Sure.
I appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you.
I'm glad you're. I'm looking forward to.
Me too. It's exciting.
Calling the games, man, with yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
brother.
you. Have a
well,
good
man.
one.
You
Thank
got
you.
it. All right. Jachai Simmons, perennial all-star, the last several years with the TBL. was averaging 18 to 23, monster player, high flyer, energy player, enthusiastic, and you got a bunch of, like I said, character guys on this squad. All right, we'll keep it rolling. Don't forget, you can always get social with us. Check us out online at the Jersey Shore Breaks, JerseyShoreBreaks.com. Tickets are available. Real Jersey Shore Breaks, Real JS Breaks on X. As we are at Joe's, we will filter in a couple more players in a moment.
How you doing?
Man, how are you?
How's everything?
Craig, right?
Yes.
Hey, all right. They threw me for a loop.
Wow. They mixed you up, mixed me in there?
No, hey, listen, you're good. This is the beauty of what we call pre-recorded. So, Craig Johnson, right? HFA?
HFA.
All right, so I saw the resume. 30,
Mine?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
30 plus. No, are you kidding me? 30 plus years?
That just means I'm old, man.
No, see, we gotta squash. That means you're seasoned.
Seasoned.
Well, we first and foremost appreciate you sitting in for a couple moments, also supporting the team. We greatly appreciate that. Talk a little bit about your background and how you got started.
So I got started on my own, more or less. Out of college, I always started my own gig. I had my own clients going while I worked a regular job, as you would call it, right?
Yeah,
so
which is never fun.
Always moonlighting, always doing extra stuff. But worked a few jobs throughout my life. Built some houses in Jackson, New Jersey with my brother for 9 years as I was his finance guy.
Okay.
And then was totally out on my own, and then joined HFA about 12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to college?
Ryder College, Ryder University now.
University.
It was Ryder College
well,
when I went.
it's funny when you say it because, if you say something, Keene back in the day, or not Keene, Glassboro,
Yeah.
now Rowan, right?
Glassboro
They
or
switch
Trenton
around.
State, right?
So 30 plus years, tax preparation, certified public accountant. Talk a little bit about what you guys, your services that you offer, and its timing is perfect because we're in February. Tax season's right around the corner.
Tax
right?
season is in full throes right now. So
you must be in your glory right now.
Yeah. I'm in my glory just to get out of the office. So you guys did me a favor. But yeah, we have 90 employees right now.
Wow.
I'm the managing partner of the firm. We have 2 offices, one in Lakewood, one in Red Bank. And we offer just about any service you can think of. We have municipal audits, nonprofit audits, any kind of tax work, up all the way up to specialized tax work, advisory services. So if somebody needs a bookkeeper, we have a department that handles that. Pretty much A to Z.
What I feel as though people sometimes, I guess the one big, not blunder or the lapse is they wait very long to file their taxes.
No, not my clients.
Why is that? Is that just not getting all their ducks in a row, putting it off, think it's going to handle itself? Like, if you can talk to someone right now, or business owners or just regular people working, what would be the advice when you talk about, hey, file your taxes on time? I feel like I'm a commercial.
Yeah. The main thing, especially small business owners and business owners, if you tax plan, which you're supposed to October, November of the prior, the year before, you're ready, and you're not scared about what's going to happen by April 15th. People put it off from an individual standpoint because they don't want to owe, and if they owe, they don't want to know.
Sure,
so
that's a good point.
They're scared. So,
but that's where you can do X amount of write-offs with certain things. Correct?
Oh, sure.
Within
small businesses,
within reason, right? I can't write my dog off. I can't.
Does he have a social security number?
No. No. It's a service dog. I mean, it should.
Hey,
but
we can work on that.
Yeah.
We'll talk offline.
Look, this is perfect. This is called working right now, right? I'm here trying to do a job, and all of a sudden you're working me. You probably just picked up 20 different clients right now. Walking around throwing just dropping the business
Thank
card
God
right
I brought
there.
a box of business cards.
Yeah, hey,
with me.
listen, that's what Eric always says. I never give out. I take, right? Just grab the business
Exactly.
cards. We greatly appreciate it. Now, website, if anyone wants to get in contact with you or check out the website, HFA, get more information.
Yep, it's www.hfacpas, as in Sam.com. We're really excited about this season. This is the first kind of sports type of sponsorship that we've done. One of my partners played some ball at Providence, so he's real excited.
Rick Pitino, Providence, back in the day, or am I?
I'm not sure. He's older than me, but I'm not going to tell you how old I am.
35,
Not on
36?
here.
All right, so- are you a Hoops fan?
We're best friends.
Are you?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I never played, but I am a fan. So.
You follow college more or the pros?
Pros.
You a Knicks fan?
Yeah.
That was a brutal loss the other night.
Yeah.
I have to be careful what I say sometimes on the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not.
That was.
I mean, I do this for a
tough to
living,
swallow.
but yeah, I mean, Detroit's a very, very good team.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, I felt 93 was the best shot. 99, Patrick was banged up. They weren't beating San Antonio. I interviewed Stark so many times, and the one time I said, hey, John, before I let you get out of here, and he laughed. He goes, don't even bring up Game 7. I was like...
Fair enough.
I'm like, I'm not.
You got me.
I'm not. 3 of what? He goes, don't even, with a big grin. But I think the game has changed, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of prima donnas. I don't want to say it that way, but there are.
But it's also the load management,
Yep.
the tanking.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm fully transparent. It's a bad product. I love it, but it's a tough watch. That's why I'm more inclined. I watch more college because I just, I love March Madness. I'm a St. John's fan, but it's just a tough watch when they're playing Matador.
Yeah, and
defense.
college kids, they're playing for their lives, so
Right,
it's
right.
it's more intense. That's for
Until
sure.
they start diving more into the NILs.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
is
pro sports in general, it's a business, but more of a business now than it is a sport. It seems like. But
you got guys on the bench averaging 6 points, and they're making $30 million a year.
yeah, but they have to do tax returns in every state, so that helps me.
So I it's funny. I'm glad that you're on. Did you see the story that because the Super Bowl was played,
The Darnold story, yeah.
So I think
Little skewed. It's a little skewed.
He earned, I think, like 80 or 100,000, whatever it was, and owed more. Like it.
He earned like 170 as his bonus, but his days in California in total, because that's how you get taxed. Every day in California. So if he played the Niners, if he played, whoever, that added up to more tax than his bonus.
So if I fly on a Tuesday, land on a Tuesday, play them on a Sunday, and I'm there for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so it adds up basically is what you're...
Yeah. So his bonus paid his tax for the year in California.
I got you.
But California's brutal anyway.
So now I'm not paying for the consultant right now, so I'm going to ask you this. As a high-end broadcaster, if I move down south to Florida, I'm good, right?
Good, define good. You're going to pay federal tax no matter where you go. You know that. State tax? Yeah, there's no state tax.
Is this on camera? So no. All right. So no state. All right.
I think there's 9 states without tax.
right.
Nevada, we can go to Vegas.
Listen, I just need to know where I'm going to be best off because I got to be honest, Jersey's killing me.
Jersey's tough. But if you earn in Jersey, you're going to pay in Jersey anyway.
See. Now, it's funny because I just did overseas. I shouldn't be saying or disclosing this. And I'm not going to say that the money
Let's get off the air real quick. You're making me nervous.
No. Everything's on the up and up.
I don't believe that.
No. We do everything on the up. I just, my paperwork is very good. It's like that scene in Wedding Crashers, and he's like, Vince Vaughn's like, and by the way, my taxes aren't in line. So, all right, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're going to come to a bunch of games, right?
100%.
All right,
100%.
thanks. I appreciate
buddy.
it. Listen, I just got some really good free tax advice. I don't even have to look at that. I don't even have to pay for a tax consultant.
Can I bring my Sprite up here?
I just literally got some free advice. What's going on, brother?
What's up? Oh, man.
All right, we'll keep it here. Running with the breaks. Rich Quinones here. My
This
man
is a
Coop.
Sprite right
What-
here. I just wanna-
my
let's just
man
make this
Brandon
clear. This is a
Alexander. What's
Sprite
going
right
on,
here.
Coop?
How you? Everything good?
Everything is good. Everything is good, man. I'm glad to see that's just a Sprite. Well, training camp right around the corner. It's got to be a Sprite.
Yeah, it's got to be a Sprite. Got to be
Right?
a Sprite.
How's everything?
Everything's good. Excited for training camp.
Yeah.
Excited for what's to come this season.
Yeah. I know last year, it was a tough season for you guys. I know that a lot of frustration at times kind of settled in, but then you guys started to pick it up a little bit. You turned the corner. You won some games. As a player, to go through a long losing streak and then eventually pick up a win, get a couple wins, how did that kind of, boost your morale as a team going forward?
It boosted it up a lot. I mean, I think we had the right pieces. We just didn't have enough time. I think if we have those pieces, well, I came at the second half of the season.
Yes.
But I think if you have those pieces that we had in place for the whole season, it's a total difference in record and everything. But I mean, this year we have great talent. The training camp roster looks amazing. I think we're in for something special. Well, I know we're in for something special.
You're kind of like, and I say this with respect, kind of like the elder statesman, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, listen, the game's still there. We know that, right?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But the experience that you have had, it kind of serves you with a team that has egos, but good egos, right? Where maybe you're looked upon, kind of reel some of these guys in, kind of be that lead by example. Is that a role that you're open to? You'll relish?
Yeah, definitely. I'm here to be a veteran. As I'm one of the older guys on the team. Help the younger guys out in any way possible. Leadership role.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up my threes.
It's funny.
No.
I didn't even have to. You didn't even have to lead me into it, man. I mean, it's like leading the camel to the water, right?
Yeah.
You give that production, and I know for you, being a guy that started a lot throughout the course of your career and your pro career, and then coming off the bench here and there. I know it's tough, but you know your role. And you embraced it, and a lot of times guys, the bench, that was something at times that was lacking last season. But as you mentioned, you'll come in if you need a couple knockdown shots, play both ends of the floor, play defense. That was also something I think collectively that was lacking. That role kind of suits you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at the roster. We got guys from top to bottom that could play.
Stacked.
I mean, I feel like every one of our guys could start somewhere on a roster in this league. Here to play defense, be vocal, help guys in a lot of situations. Just overall, be a good person, be a good teammate. That carries a lot of weight.
Yeah,
that's a big thing. Just being a good teammate. That's number one.
Well, think about from like you and I both, right? Because I was calling your games in the ABA, right, with you guys, and
that was another stacked roster.
That roster. I mean, there's not enough balls to go around in that roster. But you also know the game was different, right? The turnover to three becomes, the two becomes a three, the three becomes a four. But, watch some of you guys from the last 3, 4, 5 years, mature as players. But more importantly, give back and mature as men. From my vantage standpoint, do what I do, and I get to see it from a wide lens, I think that's fantastic. It's admirable what you guys have been able to do.
Appreciate it. Yeah. We've all came a long way. A lot of the guys that we played with, on that team. But yeah, I think we're with this roster that we have right now, we're in for something special this season. Definitely, top to bottom.
We can always count for that silky smooth left-handed.
Yeah,
we're going coffin corner.
Huh?
We going coffin corner or top of the key with it?
Wherever it's needed. Wherever it's needed.
All right, I'll go let you go finish your Sprite.
I appreciate it, man. Good seeing you.
So he made a pretty good point. The roster itself is unbelievable. It's ridiculously stacked. What's going on, Jalun? What's up, brother? You all right, man?
I'm good.
I'm doing well. So we got another signing, man. My man JT, Jalun Trent. I'll tell you what, I'm very excited to see you in action.
Really?
Yes. Because
January?
I followed.
I know.
I don't mess around, man.
I know.
I do my research. So, now, where were you born?
Baltimore, Maryland.
You were Baltimore. Now, did you go to Upper Darby, though?
I did.
Okay. And then you kind of, I know you bounced around a little bit, right? Was it JUCO and then Arizona? Arizona and then eventually to Delaware?
Yep. No, I went to junior college in Arizona and then North Dakota. Yep.
Then Delaware, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So back in the day, when I was doing radio in Delaware on 1290, it was a Clear Channel station. We used to do a lot with the Blue Hens. And at the time, now I'm dating myself, Monty Ross was the head coach. He won a lot of games for Delaware. Del State, Wilmington, Wesley. So good area for ball. Upper Darby, though, man. I mean, you better bring it, right? I mean, how is that? I got it. I mean, that's some. We're talking old school, man. You're talking South Philly, Southwest, Northeast. that's where ball's ball.
Yeah. I really try to bring a lot of energy from that. The place I play from, I try to bring my personality as well. Try to bring the most I can do for the team and win a championship.
What was the experience of going from one university, one school? I know it's tough sometimes. You want to get some eligibility. Maybe it doesn't work out. What was ultimately what landed you with Delaware?
So when I was at North Dakota, I had a decent year.
Yeah.
And then I went to Portal. I feel like it was too far from home. I was tired of traveling from home. And then I went to the Portal, and then Coach Martin hit me up, and then that's how I just landed in Delaware.
Nice. And you're relatively young, right? You're still in your 20s?
I'm 25.
25?
Yes.
Yeah. These guys get I feel like they keep bringing younger and younger players, which is good because this was a veteran team last season, and fresh legs are always good. And I've been talking to a lot of your teammates. I think you guys are ridiculously stacked. What have you kind of gathered, just from, hanging out with the guys, and you kind of see like a who's who, because this roster is very deep and heavy.
No, it really is. I see that we have a lot of size, which I really like. I feel like that's very important. I'm not an undersized guard. I'm a very tall point guard. From getting to know these guys from just now, it seems like they're very genuine. They fun to be around, and just hopefully just get to know more when I see them later.
Were you more of a scoring guard in high school, or more of a natural point guard?
So kind of both.
Because the reason I ask is, did the game kind of evolve, as your college career progressed? Some guys can be like legit scoring guards in high school, but then they realize when they're in college, they got to distribute the ball first.
So I really wasn't that good in high school, to be honest, in my personal opinion, but I was more like a scoring / a point guard, like a junior point guard. I came more a scorer more when I got to junior college. That's when I got to my, more personnel in my basketball game, stuff like that. So it came, yeah.
How about the opportunity now? You'll be able to have your family and friends at these games, right? So was that also one of the decisions that kind of factored in?
Yes. I heard wonderful things about this program. Nothing but good things. It's close to home, about 2 hours from my home, but that's still better than 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm super excited though, and hopefully bring a championship to the team.
What can we expect from you this season?
Definitely average about a double-double, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, here's a guy that just says I wasn't that good in high school, but yeah, I'm going to play in the pros.
Wasn't.
I'm going to play in the pros and average a double-double. I like that confidence.
I really wasn't. But I had a chance to go overseas not too long ago.
Where'd you play?
I played in Georgia. So it was a new club team called Odyssey.
Okay.
We was qualified for the second league there. We lost in the semifinal, but I did end up averaging a triple-double. Wow. Yeah. So
how was that experience?
It was different, very different. The food was very better, cheaper. But I love the U.S. It was cool.
I wanted to ask you this because I also do an overseas hoops podcast.
I seen the Thailand. I had a teammate from there. I seen.
Who do you know that's playing over there?
No, he came from there. It was a kid named what's his name, Darius.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know exactly. Well, no, I was going to say is like a lot of the players, I asked them the same question. What was the first thing you did when you got off the plane? And they all gave me the same answer. I'm wondering if yours, when you got signed to go overseas, as soon as you got off the plane, what was the first thing you did?
Went to the gym.
There you go. 99.9% every player has said the same thing. They said, Rich, as soon as I get off the plane, it doesn't matter if it was a 10-hour flight, a 13-hour flight, a 14-hour flight. If I had to wash my face, go to the bathroom, wake up, I went right to the gym.
Yep. I'm actually going to the gym after this, too. Nice to meet you.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
These guys, man, this roster is... I'm telling you guys right now, this roster is absolutely stacked. You got talent, you got guard play, you got bigs, you got shooters, you got three-point shooters. Don't forget we're at Joe's. Special thanks to all our community leaders, our business sponsors as well for making this possible. Hey, Joe's Surf Shop, they're open Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 2 a.m., Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. as well. You know why I'm laughing? You know why? Because they had the audacity we were talking to that gentleman right over there, and we were like, you know what? Get Emmett on the low block. This is what we need to do. Get him on the low block. What's up, man? Good to see you again, brother.
Too.
How's
Thanks
everything?
It's good, man. Thanks for having me.
No, well, listen, we always, yes, it has been. First and foremost, health-wise, everything good?
Okay.
Okay.
Prep for this for a couple months here, just get back and ready and just get right back into it.
You looking forward to training camp?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
A lot of guys here. It's cool seeing a lot of familiar faces, new faces, guys from the JSBL, guys we've been working with through the fall, and learning a little bit more, not just about them as players, but as people. They're going to be very fun to compete against, and that's the first step before we play actual games against a real competition, you know?
I feel like, last year, guys like yourself and guys that might have suited up, maybe didn't, were on the bench. You guys pretty much did everything that was asked of you, right? And I think now you get an opportunity where, okay, I'm going to be needed this season, right? We need bigs. You guys need bigs, I should say.
Right.
And they have to rely a little more on the bench, and I think that's a good thing. And I felt like if some guys presented themselves differently last season, they might not have had this opportunity coming up. So I think, to your credit, that's admirable, and the patience paid off. But I know you're chomping at the bit to get out there.
Been waiting for a year, man.
Yeah.
So.
Patience, right?
Yep. Foaming at the mouth. Well,
yeah.
Not literally, but as you can imagine, there's still work left to be done. Last year was definitely, like you said, it was a learning curve. There was a lot of time to process, like, what went well, a couple of things with injuries that happened where, you can't do anything about that. Just take care of yourself in the meantime and continue to prioritize your health and, focus on the goal of what's ahead and, keep playing and keep getting better. So,
and I know it's a loaded question, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but as a player, but an outside observer, I feel, though, the makeup already, just on paper, a substantial amount of depth and, bigs, right? And that was something that was lacking. You guys just couldn't match up and body up last season to teams like Frederick, Virginia, Capital. When you look at how this roster is kind of coming about, I mean, you like your chances with these guys, right?
More than that, honestly, I just think there's a chance for me to stand out here. But it's one thing to talk about; it's another to execute. So, just got to show up and then prove why I belong here and what it actually takes for me to, get some well-earned minutes and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I like the makeup of the team. Like I said, I think you guys are all good character guys. I get the sense it's going to be you better be conditioned. It's going to be an up-tempo kind of.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll
without giving, showing, peeling back the curtain, right?
Exactly. Well, I'll give credit to Coach Dave, the Tetra performance training guy. He's been doing a tremendous job. First and foremost, without him just being there and talking to his guys, listening to what their needs are, their goals, and his expectations, he does a really awesome job of, delivering a purpose behind his training and why we're doing things and, what his ultimate goal is leading up to a preseason and, maintaining that in season. So he's been doing an awesome job with that. And then accountability, who's going to be doing work on their own time, who's been, paying attention to what they've been eating, who's been focusing on conditioning. And then this weekend we're going to find out. Yeah,
well, you're right about that. Hey, I'll let you go up there. Go ahead, brother. I know, get in the photo with your teammates and
sounds good.
Stuff. I got to get you on the pod because pitchers and catchers.
Okay. Yeah,
so
we'll talk about that.
Do that.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem. I didn't want Emmett to miss his opportunity, right? I can talk to these guys all day long, I don't need to be in a picture. All right, don't forget, get social with us as always. Running with the Breaks, Rich Quinones is here. And the marketing team, as always, doing yeoman-like work. Oh, the young gun. Brendan M. chimes in for a couple moments, as we like to say on the radio. What's going on, man?
Not much. How are you?
So I will say this. I was not pleasantly shocked or surprised, but when I watched you play, the first thing I said, I kind of pulled Coach Holmes over and Erik, and I was like, listen, this kid's got a little edge to him, man. And you got a fascinating backstory because just correct me if I'm wrong, where'd you go to high school again?
I went to Madison High School.
That's what I thought. And you went to Georgetown.
I went to Georgetown. Yep.
You played intramural at Georgetown.
I did, yeah.
What other
intramurals and club? I played baseball for a year, and I played football for a year.
Wow. Yeah, I feel as though you're like that, and I say this with respect. Growing up, there was always that kid that was so friggin' annoying because he was constantly playing D and in your face and making you work for buckets. And I literally said, this is the guy. Like, he's scrappy, and you can play, man. You held your own. Like, those first couple tryouts, when did you start to say, hey, I can play with these guys, man? Like, I'm not gun shy, I'm not overwhelmed, but I can hang with them.
I think it took me a little bit to get used to the pace and definitely the size of the guys. I think from the first pickup game, just trying to get comfortable, I think once I saw the first basket go in, I was kind of like, all right, I belong here. Like, I can do this. And, I've always been the type of guy who's like, let's play hard. Let's give it, like, I only got one shot at this, so just leave it all out there. So,
but youth is something that this team needs, and they need a little edge. It's something that was lacking last year because you had so many different, let's call it for what it is, egos, and it was almost like you're sticking everything in the stew, and maybe you shouldn't have put some of these vegetables in there, if that kind of makes sense. But I think guys like you and your personality and your talent on the floor, Corey Boone's another guy, Emmett, it's needed. It kind of balances everything out, right? And I also get the sense that you don't care what your role is.
Nope. I just want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no problem with being the glue guy. I don't need any of the headlines or anything like that. Like, I'm just here to have fun and
just making the right basketball play.
Absolutely.
Those players are extremely rare. Now, what did you major in college?
I majored in finance.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a 9-to-5 right now?
I do. I work for an insurance company. I'm doing AI stuff, so it's been great.
All right.
Yeah.
So is basketball right now hey, I'm going to get paid to play a little basketball, kind of a hobby?
I would say so, yeah. I'm interested to see where it can take me. I saw the tryout online, figured it'd be a cool opportunity, got me here. And I don't know, just looking for the next opportunity.
It's the perfect example, and I'm not afraid to say it, but sometimes it's like you play growing up on the blacktop, right? And you look at someone, you're like, this kid can't play, right? We might have been those guys, but then I'm telling you, as soon as you're on the floor, I'm like, yo, this friggin' kid is so annoying because he's right up in their face. And this is exactly what they need. And you are making the right basketball play.
That's always what, since in high school, I wasn't always like the guy that scored the most points, but like rebounding, passing, playing defense.
But you also, when you do that, you win the respect of your teammates.
Absolutely.
That's the other thing. And they know you can bang, and that's another thing. Now, are you more of a college fan or pro fan?
I would say college.
What's your squad? Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown Hoyas.
I don't want to beat you up a little bit. They've been brutal in the Big East, bro, over the last several years.
It's been tough to watch. I was actually at the game 2 weekends ago. It was a tough watch. We lost to Villanova. But.
Yeah, well, listen, you go back in the day. That was the heyday of the Big East, right?
Oh, yeah.
Georgetown, Villanova, my St. John's squad, vastly different now. Now, you mentioned, too, you play baseball. You follow baseball?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yankees, Mets fan? Or?
Yankees fan.
All right.
Yeah, they rip my heart out every year.
Yeah, they didn't do anything in the offseason.
Not doing
re-signing Bellinger's not going to cut it. Now I feel like I'm doing my regular sports talk show.
I can talk with you all day.
Yeah, I was usually where I do a live read right about now. Brought to you by. What can the fans expect from you this season?
Exactly what we've talked about. Just somebody who's going to play hard. I'll be out there every game, every opportunity I get. I'm going to be in there going 100 miles an hour. I might make a few mistakes here and there, but, I'm going to give it my all.
I'm going to preface and forewarn you. If I should call you a barbecue gnat in the summertime, take it as a compliment.
I will. Thank you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. They got a nice mix of young talent, and this is exactly what this team needs. It's exactly what this team needs. They need a little bit of an edge. They need guys that make the right basketball play, kind of set the egos to the side, right? What's up, brother? How you doing, Good, man. What's your first name?
Charles.
Oh, Funches.
Funches,
Yo,
yeah.
brother, I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah, man, I'm looking different. I got the shades on. I got my glasses on, the hat. You know, I'm coming
You
out.
got the glasses on, man.
Yeah, man. I tried to.
All right, CF. Let's see, we go back a ways.
Yeah, man.
How you been?
I'm good, man. Just maintaining, working, being a dad. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's
so
that? Is that yeah?
love.
You should be conditioned.
Yeah. He got me running around the house.
How old?
He's 2. He just turned 2 in December. So it's all still new and fresh. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's good.
You getting your 8 hours of sleep?
Now I am. Yeah. He loves sleep, so I'm happy about that. I got blessed with that. He loves to sleep.
You would kind of be. I mentioned this with Coop. You know, and I say with the respect, you know, kind of the veterans, right? The well-traveled.
Definitely.
The seasoned, right, if you will. Just go back a little bit, just for the viewing audience. High school ball and college ball.
High school, I played in Jersey City at University Academy, charter high school. It's a small school. I think we have, my graduating class only had like 115 people.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like, it's real small. I'm actually working there now as a basketball coach. I went back there to coach.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So you're stretching yourself thin, right?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything, man. You got to stay active, man. Trying to do it so my son sees that I'm still active, man.
Is it hard to be patient with young players?
It is, man. It's a totally different game than it is today. It's so I've noticed that like a lot of kids, they don't have the IQ for the game.
We were just talking about that, making the right basketball play.
Right. So it's a lot of skill. Like kids are definitely skilled, but the IQ is down a lot.
Yeah.
It's down a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's something that, you know, the basketball acumen, it's got to be taught at a young age, especially if they want to play in college, further their career.
Exactly.
But you've kind of been well traveled as well. You played in various leagues.
Yeah, I played in Brazil. I played in Argentina.
Yep, overseas.
Yeah, I played a little bit everywhere. Uruguay, Chile. So I've been.
You got that passport stamp.
Yeah, my passport look good. I'm so upset too. I actually lost my first passport with all of those visas and all of those stamps. Yeah, I was mad about that, man.
Yeah, well, you reminded me. I got to get mine renewed. You know, you always got to have it renewed and prepared.
Got to be ready.
What was your favorite stop?
Ooh, I would have to say either Brazil or probably Brazil, because it's out of them in Australia. Australia, I had a wonderful.
They have some very good leagues over there.
Australia, yeah.
Some of the top leagues.
Yeah, Australia and Brazil are definitely my most competitive places I played. A lot of NBA guys in those leagues. Yeah. When I first stepped in, I remember my first game in Brazil. Leandro Barbosa was on the other team, so it was
really?
like, yeah. So
that's not bad.
That was
right?
a welcome to the
No, that's a beyond. What would they used to call him? The Brazilian blur?
Brazilian blur.
Yeah. You know, you look around and you look at this roster and the talent, and with training camp right around the corner, I feel as though, you know, any league right now, this level, you guys are pretty stacked. I mean, you've got some really deep talent with guys that can pretty much do a lot of different things.
I was just telling Steve that. I was like, man, we got a lot of pieces that are like interchangeable. Got a lot of interchangeable pieces from like 1 to 12, and got a lot of size too. That matters.
That was lacking last season.
Yeah.
And you know this in all these different leagues, whether it's TBL, ABA, ECBL, down south, you got to have bigs, man.
You have to, and bigs that actually want to, go in there and bang, rebound, anchor the defense. You need that, and that's kind of lacking. That's why most of them are overseas, man. So when you're able to find some that are home and able to play at a high level, it's important.
It's a shame I can't get my guy Cat to bang a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
My God! Did you watch the game last night?
Detroit. Detroit's the best team in the NBA, period. And the funny thing is, no one knew about Cade Cunningham a couple seasons ago.
Like 2 seasons ago, it was just like overnight.
He's the best player in the league, but you can't have bigs out for Detroit and not
still not
That's the one thing
and
now that I'm interviewing a big man, I got to be careful what I'm saying. But the one thing that tolerates me is you can't teach size.
No.
So you have to want to bang and go to the basket and put it back up and rim protect.
It's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindset.
But he's
definitely.
But you know what? Too good of a player.
I will say this. Cat doesn't get a good whistle. He does.
It's the NBA.
But there's a lot of bigs in the NBA who get a good whistle. They get
But
bangs.
maybe that's telling you something.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't have the respect of the referees.
And that's what it is. He doesn't have the respect that these other bigs have. And for whatever reason it is, he's not getting the whistle. So at times, I think that's why he shies away from banging. And you can't let that dictate how you play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
when you look last season for Jersey Shore, Capital, Frederick, Virginia, New York, all bigs, man.
Bigs. Rebounding is important, man. It's really important.
Rebounding is all about one.
It's that too.
What makes a great rebounder?
It's just the drive. If you know, and it's about knowing what you're in the game for too. Like if let's say you're having a bad game, and you don't want that a shooting game, or let's say it's shooting, but you want something else to help your game. Rebounding is something, and it's just a mentality that you have to have, and it's like just finding your way to the ball by any means, and that's what a lot of people lack, like bigs. You see that now. I play against a lot of bigs, and it's just like they getting like 4 rebounds a game. There's no way you should be 6'7", 6'8", getting 4 rebounds.
15 rebounds. Yeah, definitely 15.
You can get 9 at the minimum. You know what I mean?
But that's a good point that you mentioned. Just doing some games overseas over the last several months, you had guys. I mean, some of these guys were like 6'6" guards, and they were grabbing 15 rebounds. And the bigs were one guy was averaging 25 points, 24 rebounds a game.
It's a mindset, man. It's just wanting to do other things. A lot of it now, like I said, we said that a lot of guys are more skilled now than back in the day.
But I feel like your game is, you're kind of like, you're picking up the trash. Like, you're doing the stuff, the dirty work.
Yeah,
right? Things guys don't want to do.
Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't mind. I've been the scorer. I've been all of that.
Yeah.
Now I just want to do the things because I've been around. So I played in different type of leagues, so I know what teams expect. You gotta, and that's what gets you the money sometimes.
Yeah.
A team might not want you to score 20. A team might want you to go in there and, like you said, get
a couple blocks, couple rebounds.
Get 13 rebounds.
How many years did you play in the TBL?
TBL, I played. It was, I think, like 4.
4?
Yeah, 4 of them. Yeah. So I've been around a little bit, man.
Listen, the glasses threw me off, man. The fatherhood threw me off. But no, I remember. What's the expectations for this season? What do you, obviously you guys got good goals, but, if you kind of handicap the season, what can we expect?
I would love to make it to the finals, man. I haven't been on a winning podium in a while, man. I'm definitely trying to get back to that type of energy, and I think that we have the group of guys like mentality-wise, these are good guys. So I think we can do it if we. And the way that they have it set up out here, I think it's set up to do good things, man.
All right, brother. I look forward. I got to get you pre and post game, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's do it, man. We can do it, man.
Fatherhood is treating you good.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
I feel like you guys always get taller the more I see you, though. But I appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, well traveled. So I'm just kind of making some notes right here. You've got probably 6 or 7 guys that have all overseas experience. And that kind of speaks to where these guys are at. So we just crossing them off. Always. I guess we have
Do I talk too close or too far?
No, you're fine. We have to say like our all-star special guest, Erik Gaines. Now I feel like because you're like the X factor. Yeah, we got to build it up.
All right.
How are you?
Good.
It's good to see you again. So, no, I'm excited about this. So you have an app.
Yes.
That you just created, developed. It's out.
It launched yesterday.
Congratulations. I need backstory on this.
Okay.
I need the name. I need the backstory.
Yep, I'll tell you
this
everything.
is your floor. Go ahead.
All right. So it's called Homeschool Local. And I built the app. I'm a homeschooling mom in Monmouth County. And it's a common problem with homeschooling families. There's no central platform for people to connect with one another or even to connect with local businesses. So when you start homeschooling, for example, you don't know where your friends are, you don't know where to find families, you don't know where to find an art class, a music class, anything related to homeschooling. And the whole community has found this as a central problem. So about a year ago, I finally decided that it was time to build an app. So I spent approximately a year building the app with an app developer, and it just rolled out yesterday.
Wow. Now, building an app is not easy.
No, it was definitely a learning experience.
And then if it's like on an Apple platform, I know it's painstaking to get it very approved.
Yes. So it's on both Apple and Google Play.
Okay.
And yes, we had multiple submissions, and then they give you feedback, and then there's things that you have to change, and then resubmit it again. So it was a long process.
But it's going to be a fruitful process, right?
Hopefully. So the app is built on 3 pillars.
Okay.
The first one is family-based. So families can go on and connect with other local families. There's an interactive map on there. So when you go on and you make an account, you pin yourself on the map based on your town, and then you can see other people in the surrounding area that homeschool that are local to you, which is really helpful for all of us. Just to make a comparison, people who go to school, they know everybody that's in town because their kids go to the same school, but homeschoolers don't have that same flexibility. So we have to find each other through word of mouth or through Facebook groups or through some sort of like common gym class that we do. So you never really know. Someone 2 blocks down from you could homeschool, but you don't know that they're even there because there's no central platform.
How did you gather all this? I mean, what I do, I got to prep. Right. And you have to research.
Right.
So how much time, energy?
Well, that's it. So the first pillar for it is the family connections. The second pillar is that businesses. So a lot of businesses offer homeschool specific programs. Okay. So they might offer an art class or a music class or a gym class. But as a parent, you then have to go on the internet and you have to search all these different locations and see if they have a homeschool program. Or you have to hear from word of mouth. So there's no central platform. So for families, it's time-consuming and cumbersome. And then for businesses that have a homeschool art class, for example, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they're just hoping that you might find out about it through word of mouth. So now a business can go on there. They're going to pay a membership. It's very reasonable. It's $199 for the year. And they can then go pin themselves on the map.
Gotcha.
So if they have a homeschool art class, they'll be on the map, say in Cold Snack, New Jersey, and a family that's in Cold Snack, Homedale, Lincroft will be able to see that there's a homeschool art class at this location.
It's very unique.
Yes.
It's very cool. But was this developed? Like what, everyone always talks about if they're going to be an entrepreneur and they're going to create something. When did you have that moment where you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to...
Right.
Like, what was that come to Jesus moment?
Yes. So, like I said, as a homeschooling mom, I've always homeschooled my kids, and countless times when you're out during the day with your kids and there's another family who's out during the day with their kids, they know you're a homeschooling family because nobody else is out except for the homeschooling family. So if you're at a park or the beach or anything like that and they see another family with groups of friends, countless times people come up to my friends and I and say, how did you guys find each other? Where did you guys meet? Because again, in Facebook groups, there's homeschool Facebook groups.
Right.
And there's like Monmouth County homeschool group, Ocean County. You constantly see the same thread coming up. I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. I live in Homedale. How do I find friends? Is basically what the thread is. And then people respond to it. But it's really hard to go through and dig through Facebook groups or to happen to be at a park at the same time as another group of friends. So this, again, gives us a central platform where people can go and connect with one another.
Is this throughout the tri-state area?
It's international.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the app was built international. So I already have people on there in Texas, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and it just launched yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very needed resource for the homeschool community. It doesn't exist. Right now, like I said, everyone depends on either a Facebook group or they depend on word of mouth.
Now, as far as you getting product out, meaning getting eyeballs to download the app, branding, marketing? Are you pushing on
Yes.
social?
So right now, obviously, I reached out to all my friends that are in Monmouth and Ocean County. Many of them have other friends that I'm not even connected with, so they've spread it that way. I do have a friend in Georgia, I have a friend in Texas, one in Florida, and one in New York. So I've spread it out to all of them. And then I'm in social media groups, so I've put it on all the social media groups. After this weekend, once I reach my goal for family users, then I plan to go and contact businesses and have them come on, because to me it's valuable to have users first and then have the businesses see that there's a need for the app. But I already have a list of many businesses in the area that specifically offer homeschool, any kind of programs. Because again, another thing about the homeschool community is that we prefer to do things during the day, which is just based on our lifestyles. So a lot of these programs are offered midday, and those are the ones we want to do. So we're not going to sign up for a music class at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not an interest to us. So we really want to focus on the businesses that have a homeschool event during the day and get them on board.
When people say, hey, that's a really good idea,
Right.
it's needed, and they're kind of like BSing, this is a really great
Thank
idea,
you.
to be quite honest.
Thank you.
When Eric texted me, I was like, well, let me kind of understand this a little more. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, it doesn't exist yet, which is really exciting. So I'm hoping to roll it out really fast before anybody else gets the idea from me and starts doing the same thing.
But when you do the app, you basically have intellectual what's it called, control property, right?
You do, except I've spoken to 3 lawyers about it, and the only thing is that with the way data is these days, if they tweak one different thing,
Of course. Like in the movie Coming to America, there was McDonald's and then McDowell's.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Right?
Right.
The Golden Arch,
Well, you
the
can
Golden
just,
Arches.
You can just change one small
People
feature
are
on
unbelievable,
it.
right? You can't. Nothing is ever yours.
Nothing is sacred. Right. Nothing is sacred.
All right. Well, and the name of the app again?
It's Homeschool Local.
Okay.
So the whole premise is to get local community and local families all connected in one location.
You're going to get a lot of free pops on the air during these games. Don't worry about it. I got it.
The breaks is probably have something on there, maybe something for tickets for homeschool families, some sort of discount. I don't know. Eric and I are still talking that out. But that's their connection to the Homeschool Local app. The landing page for it is homeschoollocal.net. So if you want to go there, you can check out. There's a small video that kind of tells more about the app, and then it's also on Google Play and the Apple Store.
Very good. All right, you know your stuff. An app is very, like I said, you have to have a lot of patience and go through a lot of BS and a lot of red tape, but it's a pretty fantastic idea.
Thank you.
So best of luck. I appreciate a couple
Thank you very
moments.
much.
Where the little, I know the little ones are running around.
Yeah, I got 2 of them here.
Little troublemakers, even though I absolutely adore them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. I appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
And I'll let you go mingle about.
I'll probably see you again.
Yeah. I should hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep me glued in this chair all the time.
Right.
It's not a good thing.
No.
All
right. Thanks so much.
All right. My pleasure. All right, welcome back, everyone. Running with the Breaks. Rich Quinones here. Jersey Shore break season tips off in March. Training camp around the corner. Tickets are available at jerseyshorebreaks.com. We are at Joe's Surf Shop. Our good friends from CVR, Kyla, Kendrick, Maria Desano, kind enough to join us now. I feel like we just spoke. Was it winter time? The weather was still nasty, right?
No, it wasn't. It was actually summertime.
It wasn't summer?
Yeah, it was
July-ish,
the first one
right?
we did.
All right. All right. Sometimes you get a little older, and the memory is the first to go for me. But I know you guys are doing unbelievable stuff with CVR. For those that are tuning in for the first time, talk a little bit about CVR and what you guys are doing in the community.
Sure. Center for Vocational Rehabilitation, or CVR, we are an agency that helps people with special needs get jobs in the community. That's first and foremost what we get to their highest quality of life. We do that through a myriad of in-house programs and community-based programs. So we help people where they're at. So that will mean whether they come to us or we go to them. We will help them in-house, whether that be behavioral health programs or vocational programs on our production floor, readying them for employment. We help students through the local high schools, through our internship programs. All of this is getting them ready for the community for working. That's our mission, is to get everybody working and invested in the community.
And then, Kyla, what's your role with CVR?
I'm the manager of supported employment. So I work in the department where we help individuals find competitive integrated employment in the community. We actually have a really exciting new program. We're doing virtual reality career exploration with high school students. So we just got a set of VR headsets, and they can learn job skills through the VR headsets. So it's really exciting.
It's something we talked about, that there's a lot of, labor of love, a lot of patience that has to go in this, but also, community support, right? And I know we touched on this the first time that we spoke. It is, it's almost like a passion project, if you will, but to kind of see where these individuals start and then where they end up. And I'll kind of ask you the same question that I asked Marie at the time. How fulfilling is it, though, right, to kind of see them, these individuals just progress?
It makes what you do worth it, honestly. I don't think you can be in this field and not love what you do. So it definitely makes it worth it.
From the last time we spoke, have you guys, the growth over the last several months, can you talk a little bit about that? Have you seen more, community support? I know I know you're saying sometimes it's a little tough to get community support or, people to help out from a financial standpoint. Has that, over the last several months, has that changed at all, or where are you guys at with that?
Well, I think primarily a lot of our funding comes from state agencies. Yeah, and grants. We don't really focus too much on getting money from the community per se, but we do really focus on getting awareness out there and having people understand what we do, because we want people to really understand that people with special needs can be such a value to their businesses and their organizations. So that in itself is just so key, and that's really what we want people to understand, So as Kyla was saying, this new program is going to showcase for the students different venues and different avenues for them for employment. So then we can bring them out to different restaurants and businesses and hospitals and all different types of places. But we'll give them all that training before they get out there.
Right.
So really, we really just want to get the awareness out there.
Well, that's the key, right? Because if you teach them and you watch them mature and they understand, they can go out on their own for job fairs, right? They'll have a resume ready. Here we go, body of work, confident to sit in front of someone, confident to, come off in a professional way, a positive way, and kind of nail the job interview. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, we really give them the tools to empower themselves to do it.
Yeah, that's the key, right? And also how do you instill confidence in maybe people that were overlooked, if that makes sense? Or, the stereotypes and the stigma, it's frustrating, because at the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all trying to get A to B. So is it been challenging where maybe you'll take on a group of individuals and maybe they might not be as confident and trying to coach them up?
Yeah, I think we see that a lot, but I think practice really is the biggest thing, and doing like that interview prep and different types of scenarios to work through so that they feel more comfortable when they're in the community interacting with customers and stuff.
And then the information, website, contact, all that kind of stuff, social media, where can everyone kind of follow along, get more information?
Yeah, our website is cvrus.org. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can always call and come in and have a tour. I'm the CEO, and Kyla is the manager of support employment. We're always around. We'd love you to come in and just see what we do. We have a lot of exciting things going on in all of our departments, so please, give us a shout out, and we'd love to, bring you on and have you see what we do.
Now, since the season's right around the corner, we're going to see you guys at the games, right?
Absolutely. We're so excited.
Because you guys are a big supporter of the team. We want to re-support back. That's the way it goes.
Yes.
All right, perfect.
In fact, we're going to be bringing some of our folks to some of your games.
Yes.
And we actually had Special Olympics basketball team years ago. So they're super excited to come and watch you guys play.
Fantastic.
So,
No. We got to give them some FaceTime.
Yes.
We will make a point during the broadcast. We get some FaceTime, do stuff during halftime.
Awesome.
We will have a lot of fun. The players will be engaging. It's a great turnout. I mean, I got to give, you got 10, 11, 12 players that showed up. Packed places always, so we always appreciate Joe's, but I always appreciate you guys stopping by for a couple of moments. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for having us.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thanks.
First game, March 21st.
Thank you
Just
so much.
saying, home game, March 21st. My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You said the last name was Hearn?
Hearn, Hearn. Like the boxer, but no S, so a little shorter reach.
And you're a fight fan.
Not really. I just,
Oh my goodness, I was about to get really impressed with that. All right, we good? All right, guys. So Rich Quinones is back here, running with the breaks. Pam Hearn. I want you to introduce exactly what you just told me prior to sitting down. Where are you? Who are you representing in the title? Because you said it with a lot of confidence and bravado.
So I am with the YMCA of the Jersey Shore, but as a representative of the YMCA nationally, super happy to be here because we invented basketball.
Dr. James Naismith, right?
Yes, he's a Canadian, but it was invented in the U.S., so the U.S. is going to keep the sport.
So what's your role with the YMCA?
I am the Chief Development Officer at the YMCA, which means that I get all the fun of raising money for our YMCA and to support all of our programs.
Where any person who's played sports, watched sports, was a little kid running around getting in trouble, we've all spent times at the local YMCA.
I hope so.
I mean, it was pretty much my parents' way of getting rid of me for a little bit. Go to the Y, hang out. It's been around forever.
Yes, actually. So the Y in the U.S., we're celebrating 175 years this year. So it's a pretty big year for us.
175.
175 years in the United States.
It's hard to really think that. I can't imagine what the first YMCA.
Well, the first YMCA was in Boston.
Okay.
And so the first YMCA in internationally ever was in London, England. So George Williams, 1844, the Industrial Revolution. All these kids were coming off of farms into the city. A lot of different distractions in the city. And so he formed a group of like-minded people to come together to stay true to their roots and not get distracted by wicked things that were happening in the city. And that's how it got started.
Wow. That's a nugget.
Yeah.
So what does the YMCA stand for?
YMCA stands for Young Men's Christian Association.
Yes.
And we have kept that. I mean, it's a legacy thing, although I joke around. I feel like if we're going to, we call ourselves the Y.
Right.
But we're not just for the young.
Right.
We're not just for men. We're certainly not just for Christians anymore. So we should be the A, but we're going to go with the legacy and keep the Y as our name.
Now, as you say it, it's starting to come back. When I was a little person running around, right? Because where are you going? You're going to the Y, and we'd always play pickup ball.
Yeah.
That was it.
I was talking to some friends of mine, and earlier this year, or maybe it was last year, the Atlanta Hawks had a partnership with the Atlanta YMCA, and they were, patch partners. But it was really interesting to see a lot of the professional players saying, "Well, of course we're going to do this. This is where I learned how to play basketball."
Exactly. And it's funny too because I always equate the Y with, again, when you're young and your parents want to kind of keep you out of trouble, or you want to stay out of trouble. That's exactly where you went because, all jokes aside, it was almost like I don't want to say like a refuge for young kids like myself or a shelter, but it did keep us out of the street and it did keep us out of trouble. It really did.
Well, and I'm so happy for people to think of the Y like that as a safe space because that's what we want to create and make sure that everyone feels welcome, everyone feels like they belong. And yes, for kids, that's a really big part of what we do. We raise money every year, quite honestly, so that we never have to say no to someone who can't afford the fees. That's a promise that we keep to the community. But one of the things that we found more lately, we probably have 35% of our members that are seniors, and we're seeing that social isolation. And so, to be as a place, sometimes we joke about the Y as being like the front porch in your community, where people come and sit down, have a cup of coffee, can make those connections, and it really happens on the basketball court with the little kids learning how to play, and it happens again, on the basketball court when we make it into pickleball for our seniors or when they're just finished up
But I
swimming.
think that's needed too, because like you said, a lot of times, maybe there's older seniors or maybe someone that's lost their spouse and they want to go somewhere and they want to just develop new relationships, friendships, get out, get a little exercise, stimulate the mind,
Absolutely.
right? Because if you're sitting at home, what are you doing? You're thinking. If you're thinking, you're going to get upset. If you're upset, you're not going to be productive.
Right.
So, no, that's an amazing thing. Now, is the Y considered a nonprofit?
Absolutely,
Okay.
100%. Yep, we are a nonprofit, and we're really proud of that. And again, it's kind of like what I was saying. Our promise is that we the money that we raise will go right back out into the community, and that's why we are membership based, but we never want
Right.
to turn anybody away.
Right.
So,
well, I will say this: the membership, all the years I went, it was I don't like to say dirt cheap, but we say cost effective.
Yep. You very much value for what you're getting.
Right,
Yep.
cost effective. Has it been challenging though to get funding?
It's been interesting, I'll just say that. I mean, COVID certainly didn't help, although I feel like during COVID, it gave us an opportunity to really showcase all the really great things that we do
Right.
outside of what you would maybe typically think is gym and swim.
Right.
So, we did blood drives, we did food drives. We were actually delivering food to people who couldn't get out of their homes.
Oh, that's
We were one of
fantastic.
the first places that did, outside of healthcare centers, they were doing COVID testing and the vaccinations. So it gave us a chance to shine in that way and really show that what a part of the fabric of the society we are in the community. So from that piece, it was great. I think that we have to make a little bit more effort to share our story because we do have fees. So people, will come in and they pay for a membership. But what I like to say is when you buy a membership, that's a gift to yourself. And when you donate to the Y, that's a gift to your community.
Right,
So
right.
because everything we do, I mean, honestly, in the past 5 years, we've given $5 million right back out into the community,
Wow.
and that's in scholarships and subsidies. But it means that a parent doesn't have to worry about what their child is doing after school because they're cared for at the YMCA, or their summer program is, they've got a kid at camp. They know that their child is in a safe environment with caring adults who are going to make sure they have the best time ever.
It's a perfect partner for a basketball team. I
Yeah.
mean, we're thrilled and honored that we partnered up and you guys have partnered up with us. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you are a basketball fan.
Yes, I am.
I mean, if you go to your sports, right, football, baseball, basketball, how are we ranking them right now?
Well, if I'm being 100% honest, I have to say baseball first.
Okay. You're not allowed to sit unless we get full transparency on the air.
Right, exactly.
So baseball, who's your team?
Boston. I know, I'm so sorry.
Were you born in Boston?
No, my parents grew up in Connecticut, in New Britain. And so, but I did go to
you're
school
a
in
Yankee.
Boston.
No, you're not a Patriots fan, are you? Well, you can't really say much after Super Bowl.
Right,
Now, you're a Celtics fan too?
Well, actually, I was a Lakers fan because after we moved out to California, so I was there for Kareem and the Skyhawk.
Oh, you were there. Well, yeah,
I was there for
that's called a
Magic.
front runner, right? You were there for Showtime, and then probably maybe you're a Patriots fan when they draft, Tom Brady when he starts winning Super Bowls.
Well, the Patriots forever, and the Red Sox through all the trauma and all the
That's fair.
all
That's
of that.
fair.
So.
That's fair. No, that's fantastic. We can't wait for you guys to come out during the games.
We are so
and
excited.
have a little fun, little YMCA days with the Jersey Shore. If you want to direct people, the website or social media, have at it.
Yep, the website is ymcanj.org. And that's where you can find all the information about any of our programs. One of the other things I wanted to just tell you that we're super proud of it for our YMCA. We're probably one of a handful of maybe a dozen YMCAs in the country that have mental health services with licensed clinicians. We're on over 100 school campuses every day providing therapeutic behavioral health services.
Okay.
So that information's on the website. Anything about our basketball programs, senior programs, everything is there. And
I think in today's climate, that's huge.
it's something that has been exacerbated and really highlighted by the COVID, everything that happened.
Yeah.
And kids are still recovering.
Yeah.
So knowing that we can be there for them and to provide them the services is really
I think
important.
that's it. I mean, you've nailed it. I think what happens is sometimes, especially with younger kids, they have no one to talk to.
Yeah.
It is cliche, but this is why you have to be nice to people because you never really understand what someone's, even just like a little pat on the shoulder, a friendly smile,
Yeah.
a word of encouragement, it can go a long way. Now, again, when I was a kid, it was more or less get me out of my parents' hair, and here you go. Now it's a little different. It's a little more civilized.
Yeah.
With what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic stuff, Ann. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank
I
you very
appreciate
much.
it. And by the way, nice little nugget on the history of the YMCA. That's
Les, if you want to know any other sport that the Y has invented, volleyball, racquetball.
well, I knew. Well, my father used to play racquetball at the Y in White Plains, New York, I'd say about 50-something odd years ago.
Oh yeah, no, it was invented in 1951 in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Yeah, he was a big racquetball player.
Yeah.
And he used to play tennis, and the courts at White Plains, Yvonne Lendl used to play over there.
Yep. Well, 'cause, I think he probably lived in
That's
Greenwich
right.
and just whenever.
Everything kind of ties in together.
Right,
so.
exactly.
Pam, thank you so much. I
Great to meet
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. We're
Okay.
looking forward to it.
All right, last time out, then we'll come back and we'll close things out. I think we got one or two left. Let's go. I'm just logging hours. Let's go. I got a running tab. Huh?
Austin can sit on my lap. All right, here, let Jamie Starr set it up. You want to sit on my lap? Is that cool?
Sure.
You sit right here. Hang
How
on.
about you sit here?
You want me to sit in the middle? Right next to me, on my lap.
Bunch of troublemakers.
Oh, he's got some troublemakers here. You good? He's probably going to ask, who do we got here?
I'm going to plug this in.
Oh, sorry. Move on. All right. You good? Huh?
Yeah.
When we come back, you're going to intro us back in.
You can say, welcome back here, Joe.
That's exactly what you're going to do.
Podcast of the breaks. Running with the breaks here with Rich Q.
That's exactly.
Can you do that?
That's exactly. I'm going to walk you through it.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk you through it.
Good.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wait. We're going to wait for our countdown. We get what they call a cue. All right. Wait. We're live, man. We're on it. Let's get to welcome back. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're gonna welcome back. Come
Welcome
on.
back.
Welcome back
To running with the brakes
to Run with the Breaks
from Joe's Surf Shack.
Surf Shack.
I am your name.
Your name?
No. Introduce.
Your name. What's your name?
Austin.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, should we try again? Round two?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it again.
Go
You know
ahead.
what to say? Wait, hang on. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, what are you going to say?
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Running with the Breaks. We're at Joe's Surf Shack. My name's Austin.
You don't say I'm name. You say your name. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the countdown.
ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Good.
You got it. Welcome back to Joe's.
Welcome back to Joe's Surf Shack.
My name?
My name is Austin.
And we're at?
And we're running with the brakes.
We're running with the brakes.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
We have future broadcast. Well, I guess I can say we've got our majority partners of the Jersey Shore Breaks. You're always running around.
Yeah, well, I figured we get to hang out with two of our board members of our kids club.
The executive.
So I figured we get to introduce them to everyone today.
Yeah, so this is your chance right now, guys. So we already heard. Introduce. Come on, let's go.
My name is Hudson.
So, listen, these guys, we got talent right here. We got young players. We got good ball players, soccer players. They are not camera shy, but now all of a sudden, you guys are camera shy. Are you looking forward to the season?
Yes.
Yeah?
Why don't
I
we
have to
talk
make a few home games.
You're going to make some home games? Why don't we talk about how much fun you had last year?
Yeah, I was a little sad when we lost to the Seahawks and couldn't make the playoffs.
What was the best thing you enjoyed about the games? Hanging out with the players, watching the games?
Oh no, it was all fun.
Okay, all right.
What about we had some cowbells. I know you guys were ringing around. What did you think about those?
Those were fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got your gear. I see that. You got your gear right there. Look at that. Jersey Shore, right? The merch store's wide open.
Yeah, we're ready for the season, right?
Yeah.
Excited to hang out at training camp. And then, looking forward to rooting for our new team at our new venue, right?
Uh-huh.
St. Rose? Who went to St. Rose?
My mom.
That's right. Who else went to St. Rose? Yeah.
My Aunt Megan.
Shameless plug. This is a fantastic turnout.
Yeah, I think we had a great turnout. Majority of our players were able to make it today, which is great. You guys got some signatures today, right, from everyone?
Yep.
All right, that was cool. And, Joe's has been a great host to us, so we feel good about that.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, the players taking photos, taking pictures, signing stuff, very engaging. I mean, you go from this time last year, I know a little different scenario, but, a lot of credit to the players coming out and being very engaging. And I think you kind of see the difference with what we saw at times last year. Not in a bad way, but that's just the reality. And I think this roster is going to be vastly different.
Yeah, we have very few guys coming back. Still some other guys still in the mix here for the next few days. Looking forward to compete for the last couple roster spots for sure.
And then the community partners, had an opportunity to speak to them. It's always good that they're out supporting the product. They're very fired up about the season. What's been the biggest challenge, taking over late last year, getting all your ducks in a row, and now over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, what's been the biggest challenge?
I think our league has a lot of quality in it, and I feel really good about the ownership groups and their competitive drives of being better every day. And I think trying to realistically compete in that world, is a new, venture for our ownership group that, we're trying to win championships. And, it seems like there's a lot of championship pedigree in other organizations that, I think we strive to be better every day.
Yeah, I thought, listen, some of the signings guys made a lot of depth, a lot of talent, a lot of athleticism. I think the tempo is going to be, these players are going to be jumping out of the building. It's going to be very fan-friendly. And I thought the uniqueness was name the league, right? I mean, that's out there, social media,
yes.
Which I thought was a great branding tool and opportunity for the fans to really get involved.
Absolutely. Did you guys end up naming the league? Did you have an idea for the league name? No? You didn't end up doing it? No. We're going to have to talk to your dad about that.
Yeah, we have to get you guys on the spot with that.
Yeah, so I think the actual official Name the League contest ended yesterday.
Okay.
And we're going to have our last couple options for, our top choices coming out in the next couple days. And, hopefully we can actually pick a name shortly. It should be great.
And then to get the games at St. Rose, pretty much in the heart of Belmar. I mean, pretty much locked in with all the other local businesses. We know it's a spring season. The foot traffic's going to be unbelievable, so attendance should be pretty booming.
Yeah, and that was the main reason why we wanted to move it to Belmar, right? We have some great businesses that have supported us. Our pregame spot this year is going to be Beach House Brewery, which is right across from the venue, which will be fun to kind of walk over to the arena as games get closer, and then our post games right here at Joe's. So we're excited to have them part of the family, and as you see, our sponsorship. Places that are supporting us is growing every day. We got some big names, some small names, some in-between names, and we feel good about that to support our community partners throughout the season.
And then tickets available on sale.
Tickets
Everyone
are now
can go
on
to the
sale.
website.
Season tickets are on sale, thejerseyshorebreaks.com, both for the season and individual games. There will be some specials coming out shortly as well on that. Merch is officially on sale now, so we're looking forward to that as well. And, looking forward to, going after that championship.
Yeah, and I love what you guys are doing on social media. The marketing team, the content team, phenomenal. Growing it organically, getting great content. It's engaging. It was funny because just speaking to a couple of people, they're like, man, you don't know how many DMs I'm getting from players that just want to be a part of what you guys are doing. Like players are DMing other players, hey man, how can you get involved? What's going on in training camp? Are there any spots available? I think it kind of speaks to what you guys have been able to do, a complete 180.
Yeah, I mean, we have players hitting us every day. Our coaching staff and player personnel are looking through players nonstop. I think over the last couple of weeks we've had like 50 reach out that want to play, which is, means that our media team is doing a heck of a job. And, I think our coaching staff is going to be ready to go to try and chase this championship, man.
Season starts in early March. Everyone follow on social media. First home game is going to be March 21st.
March 21st.
And different. And by the way, different start time. Correct?
Yes, all of our start times now for home games on Saturdays are 5 o'clock, and Sundays will be 3 o'clock. So this way we can make it a little more kid friendly.
Right.
Right. So you guys get to go to more games. You cool with that?
Yep.
Which is good for someone like me with an hour drive in summertime. So let's say if it's a 3 o'clock game, I probably got to leave right around 12 o'clock.
Right.
Up the Parkway.
Yeah.
But no, I do like the earlier start time. Still light out. Get out. The games are pretty fast. 2 hours max. Wrap up, and then everyone can enjoy post game. What are the expectations for the franchise going forward? Just thinking about this year coming up, and then have you kind of long-term goals, or basically day by day, let's just get through this season?
I think our long-term goals is sustainability. We want to be entrenched in the Jersey Shore culture. We want to be a staple that players want to come play for, and we want to, support these players in their thought process of, their lives after basketball. And that's kind of our primary focus of being involved in the community, having a bunch of fun, hopefully having some of these guys want to play for us long-term, right? And what?
And win a championship.
Say that louder.
And win a championship.
That's right.
There you go. Look at that. You know exactly where that check is going, don't you? I know the game that you play. All right, now you guys got to sign us off for a second. We're going to go to commercial break, so you have to say, "This is Running with the Breaks." We're a step aside. More to come.
Good. Good.
We're running with the brakes. We're going to step aside.
More to come.
More to come.
Look at this. Just natural right here.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, crushed it. What do you think?
I got to be honest, I'm a little worried here.
Huh?
I'm a little worried here.
Hey, well done. First time on camera, that's it. See? Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, all my pleasure. That was a nice little
froze.
outtake. Yeah.
They froze on that.
Nah, they did good. They good. So you want me to just wrap up
Just
with Steve?
Steve.
Perfect.
You're good?
Yeah. Thank you, brother. All right, boys, one more in and out, and then we're done. Yep.
Maybe move a little bit this way, Rich. Watch your phone on the bottom right there. I don't want you to crush it.
I'm sorry.
No. I would have been sorry for your phone if you...
I think that's Eric's phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you... Eric, that's your phone. I think that's your phone. Yeah, man, whatever you want.
What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm sorry about the being fashionably late.
That's all right. All right, back inside. Joe's running with the brakes. Rich Quinones here. As I mentioned, home opener the 21st of March. You heard Eric mention the Saturday games, 5 o'clock, the Sunday games, 3 o'clock. And we are very thrilled to have the head coach, Coach Randy Holmes, join me for a couple moments. It's been a minute, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing outstanding.
I miss you, man.
Yeah, right back at you, brother. Right back at you. I love the turnout. All the players have been engaged. They've just been coming in and out. And I know when we talked after the season, looking ahead, depth, bigs, three-point shooters, athleticism, going younger. I feel like all the boxes thus far have been checked. Are you happy with right now the makeup of this roster heading into training camp?
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to training camp starts tomorrow. I can't wait because, like you said, all the boxes are checked off. And, I'm just can't wait to get in the mix for tomorrow and the future.
I feel there's a ton of athleticism and, a lot of the players, I kind of put them on the spot because they're so talented. You got to figure out how to make it work. And they all, to their credit, pretty much said the same thing, whatever my role is. And I got to be quite honest, I don't believe we would have heard that last season.
No, we recruited a lot of high caliber, high character players, selfless players. Only thing they want to do is win. They want to play for each other. They want to complement each other. So I'm very pleased to hear that, and I just can't wait. We have a couple of Swiss Army knives, guys that can do multiple things. Guys that can shoot, guys that play defense, play multiple positions, run the floor, and they have the right attitude.
Yeah, I mean, Trent, Stanbeck, Jachai, then you get a mix of some veteran guys, Coop understanding, his role. Emmett, Brandon, young guys, a guy like Emmett that just pretty much showed up and did whatever was asked. Never even got a minute of burn. And he's like, hey, I'm ready. I'm itching to get out there. And he put in the time, and I know it's going to pay off for him. But and bigs, right? This is what you want because last year, the Capitals of the world, Virginia, Frederick, you guys just could not compete physically with those guys. Do you think that's been addressed?
It's been more than addressed. We could play multiple ways, multiple styles. Even like last year when we had a stable roster, we were able to compete with those guys and win some of those games. But I think we have a lot more talent this year. We have a lot more flexibility this year, and we're doing it right this year. We're going into training camp with a full complementary of players on a roster. We have our coach in place. The owners, the management has been nothing but first class. Everybody has a work ethic, so that's just transitioning throughout the whole organization.
I know last year a lot of the games, came down to just I never want to say lack of effort, I think sometimes the games just got out of hand, and then guys make business decisions, which I guess then that is kind of the lack of effort. But the defense was lacking, and I know when you lose 9, 10, 11 games in a row on any level, it can be taxing. Defensively, offensively, you should be able in any league put up about $100 to $110, right? Get out tempo. Defensively, though, rebounding with the bigs, you feel that's also been addressed.
That's definitely been addressed, and we have like big guards. We have guards like 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", that can rebound.
Guard, rebound, face guard.
And face guard, yes. And then also they can get the ball, rebound, and then transition themselves.
Yeah.
So I think everything has been addressed. I guess it's up to me to mess it up.
Well, it's funny too, right? Sometimes you just let the meal cook itself, right?
Yeah.
But it's something you and I talked about this last year, because you're more, you're more softer in your approach, right? But the players still respect you.
Right.
But I know that once you kind of have that hard line during training camp and pretty much this is how we're going to do it, they will get in line.
You know what it is? So it's a softer approach, but I'm a player's coach.
There you go.
That's what it is. I'm a player's coach. I don't want to come down and call plays every single time.
Let them play.
You let them play
Let
until they
them
don't
figure
want
it
to
out.
play the right way. It's plays, it's times and at the timeouts. That belongs to me. Right. Maybe we can get
Except when there's back-to-back turnovers, then we know a timeout's coming. That's a different animal. Right?
Yeah.
Then we know you're looking right to the bench, and here we go.
Right, a quick timeout, yep.
I think the other X factor, the element this year with a Trent, with a junior Saintel, with a Stanbeck, drawing out the defense, knocking down the three, and I'm telling you, Jachai Simmons, I think, is going to be the X factor. And I'm not saying it because I've called his games and I'm familiar with his games, but I just know what he's bringing to the table. And the spacing on the floor will allow other players to pretty much do whatever they want to do, right? And defensively now, I got to make a decision. Do I slide over? Do I come out? Am I going to guard the perimeter? Am I going to be able to put it on the floor and let the guy, get by, or the guard can get right by me? So point is, you got Swiss Army knives and you got depth, but the three-point shooting, I think, was a key element that was missing last season, because a lot of teams shot themselves back in game with the three-point shot.
So last year, our only three-point shooter was maybe Chris Smith.
That's it.
And
Cole's once in a while.
Yeah. And
maybe Coop here and there.
And then Hattie, sporadically.
Yep.
But at the same time, now we have Jachai Simmons. We have Jason Dunn that can shoot the lights out. We have Stanbeck can shoot. Chris Smith that can shoot.
Yep.
We have other guys that can shoot. So, now you got to pick your poison.
Yeah.
And not only if they can shoot and play defense, they're very cerebral. A lot of those guys been playing at a high level, so they know how to play. They know different actions.
Well, I think Dunn's also a sleeper. I mean, this kid was I think he was the second or third. He might have even been the first. I have to double check. All-time three-point shooter, Hartford.
Yes.
Like, this kid was just knocked down. I mean, when they beat Boston College, he had the three. Late in the game, he had 25. I think he had like 35 against another. I mean, he can score.
Right.
But you mentioned Chris, veteran guy coming back. You want to kind of lighten the load for him, and you don't have to worry about him scoring 35. Now, he's going to get his, but now you've got other guys that can pump in 18 to 20, more balanced. Like, the box score won't be top heavy.
Right. And that's why we're going to be a lot better, because, like you said, that the top is not going to be top heavy.
Yeah.
We can have guys average 25, 17, 18, 15, 12. So literally we can have maybe 6 guys in double figures every night or more. And that's going to be a great thing. That's going to take a lot of pressure and a lot of stress off of different guys. And we're deep. We may be like the deepest team in the league.
And then lastly, going back to defensively, not showing your hand, but will this be more of a aggressive approach? Because I feel you have guys that have a little bit of edge to them and dog when it comes defensively, where they want to accept that challenge. Like, you're not going to get a car or core dropping 55.
Right. Oh, no. We have guys that take pride in their craft, pride in playing defense, pride in playing hard, and pride in their game. You know, I think we have, not saying that we can stop core, but we have enough this
Which
year.
is not there's no shame in that.
Right. No, the guy's a very good player. But we have enough length, we have enough depth, we have enough strength to bother him.
Yeah. And then expectations for the season?
I don't want to put any pressure on the brakes on us, but I think we can make a run. And it's championship. I think it's championship this year. We have the time, we have the pieces in place. And then again, it's a long season. So, you know, with other leagues, you know, ending, we can pick some players up and go well hunting.
Especially poaching from overseas. You got a great player personnel and Steve Porter.
Steve Porter's great. Steve Porter's been great. You know, Erik, he's just a workaholic, man. I can't say enough about that guy, Erik. You know, he's been very patient with me because I'm all over the place with the high school coaching and things like that.
Doing well with that,
so I'm trying, but I'm spreading myself thin. But you know, I do it because it's a passion of mine. I do it because I really enjoy the players, and I do it because of Erik. And when I see Erik putting in overtime when he doesn't have to, that kind of motivates me and drives me. So you know.
Well, good to see you're back. I look forward to our pre-halftime and post-game conversations. I love grabbing you. You know, after that bad timeout or turnover, I got to pull you to the side quickly.
Yeah.
But I always appreciate a couple moments, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. There you have it. My guy, Coach Randy Holmes, does a fantastic job. Stand-up guy, very good head coach. Second year with the Jersey Shore Breaks. We got one more interview to go. And then we will wrap it up. We'll bring in our player personnel, C. Porter, and we'll get in, we'll get out. Guys doing yeoman-like work as always. Don't forget social media. Keep us locked in at Jersey Shore Breaks. Last but not least.
All right. Mike is good.
Yeah, man. Just inch up close. That's all.
How close? This close?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you might have to be a little loud. But we straight?
How good I look?
You look fantastic as always.
Thank you.
Steve Porter, player personnel extraordinaire with the breaks, and obviously player personnel. Everyone knows him throughout the tri-state area. Good to see you, brother. How are you?
Good to see you too, man.
Everyone's got the twinkle in the eye, right? Just thinking about the season coming up and this roster. I mean, and you were a big part of assembling this talent. I mean, you had to get in the trenches, right?
Absolutely. And I think the twinkle is like just the work that everybody has put from summer really on to this point, man. And to see the guys that we have here, I mean, the names that walked in here probably did the interviews. It's exciting, man. I can't wait to get out there and shock some people.
Yeah, I mean, having all the guys that were just kind of floating in and out. I mean, I was just making mental notes. All right, 18-25, 14-10. I mean, here we go, double-double, playing both ends, running the floor.
Right.
So many X factors. I think you have guys that not only can keep the defenses honest, but you've addressed the bigs, you've addressed defense, you've addressed the three-point shooting. And, you bring in a guy like Jachai, you bring in a guy like Stanbeck, Dunn, Boone, and all these. I mean, it's just the list goes on and on and on. It's good that they have egos, but in speaking with all of them, and I kind of conveyed this to Coach, every player basically has said, whatever my role is, man.
You got to add in Junior Saintel to that.
Great conversation with him. I mean, I know his game very well.
Very well. He's also sort of like an enigma around these parts. Junior doesn't get out there and play very much when he's home. He's been playing pro ball and then when he comes home, he's just working and training.
Yeah.
So this will be
he's a pro's pro. I like the way he comes across.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well-traveled overseas as well. What was the biggest hurdle? Like, what did you envision? Player personnel, head coach, ownership, they all have to be on the same page, right? Because maybe the coach wants to run. Maybe they want to go guard heavy. Well, maybe ownership wants that one X factor star. Well, player personnel is like, hey, man, this is what we need. So You guys been able to come together. But in your mind, what did you envision?
I envisioned just guys that would be able to play two both sides of the ball at a high level. You know, last year you had guys that played one end very well, and you know that just didn't translate well to what we usually put together as a team. So, you know, we got a lot of two-way studs. I feel like guys who really take pride in the defensive side of the ball, and guys who have the IQ high enough to play whatever style you wanted to play on offense.
I know Jachai Simmons was that signature signing, and I know you were the catalyst behind it. Obviously, we're familiar with Jachai, Atlantic City, with the Gambits a couple years, and over in Wichita, then obviously with Potawatomi. He's just got that infectious smile, but I feel as though we haven't even seen the best of him because now he's going to have an opportunity to play in front of family and friends. Absolutely.
It's the biggest. When we talked here, I mean, my last and only interview we had here, I was with you.
Yeah.
And that was a priority for me.
Yeah.
Jachai Simmons and Ja James.
Right.
Ja James, unfortunately, is in Phoenix.
Yep, yeah.
But we landed the big well.
Yeah. How do you know, the depth too, was there any concerns with the guard position depth-wise, or you're pretty confident with pretty much the makeup right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident with the makeup. Jalun Trent, I feel like it's going to be a very nice young piece.
Yeah.
Addresses the need of, you know, defending that position as well. And also he's an unselfish kind of guard. Just played in the Balkan League and averaged over 13 assists over there. And, you know, he likes to get guys involved.
Right.
And with the guys that we have here, it's just going to be magical to watch.
Yeah, and he was telling me, too, you know, he kind of morphed, you know, changed his game from high school and then, you know, bouncing around in college and kind of being that distributor of the basketball, which takes pressure off other players where they don't have to score, you know, 25, 30. But I think that's the uniqueness. I was telling Coach, you'll look in the box score, it's not going to be top-heavy this season.
Right. And that's good. I like the balance.
Yeah.
Right? And it makes us hard to game plan against. And even at the 5 position, you know, we got Josh Morris, Charles Funches, and Emmett Hall. And I think, like, with the three-headed monster, those guys given time, they're going to also produce very well for us as far as what they bring individually to our team.
Yeah. And they're going to bang, and that's what you want. You wanted the big – I didn't even recognize Charles. I was like, you get glasses? He's like, I'm a father now. And I was like, all right, there you go. You know, these guys keep getting taller, you know. So it's like you foresee this team being a little more of an up-tempo?
A lot. That was one of the things we wanted to address when I sat down with Randy and the guys who wanted to get younger. We wanted to play faster. You know, early offense was a big thing that they wanted to focus on. So it looks like we're gonna play an exciting brand of basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
Y'all excited?
Listen, I said I gotta get some catchphrases. I've been getting my prep work in. Got to save the voice for March, but it's not going to surprise me if you guys are clamping down on defense, but also scoring about $110 to $115, right? I mean, it might even be 120. You know, and the one thing is sometimes in these leagues, you know this, because the breaks endured last season, you get a team down 13, 14, 15, and you blow them out of the gym, right? Because it happened to them last year.
Yeah.
I mean, so you get that style play, you play defense, knock down those threes, and you got the bigs. I think this team's going to be all right.
I think so. I think so too. And looking past it at those moments, you know, when you get down a little bit, it always helps when you got the right group of character guys that can turn that around. You know, a lot of times you get the wrong character guys in the building, and 15 turns into 30 real quick.
Yeah.
And that's how that goes.
Right.
But this season we've put together a lot of quality character guys.
Right, and that's at the end of the day, that makes up for lack of talent because they believe in each other, they buy into it, and they play hard.
Absolutely.
Yeoman-like work for you, my friend.
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate it. We listen, how many times I call you and say, hey, what about this guy?
Yeah, well, I mean, I try
Rich
to give
Keonis is, he's plugged in.
Nah, I don't know about that. I read a lot, I research a lot, I study a lot, and I go off guys like you that have, you know, years of experience, man, because
appreciate it.
guys like you see things that others don't. And, you know, on the surface, you might look at a player, and but you kind of peel back the curtain and say, hold on a second. This is who he's played against. This is what he's bringing to the table. This is his character. This is what I know he's going to give us.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, we're so obsessed with 28 and 15 and highlights. You got to dig past the high because you can't tell.
Right.
Right? I mean, and Eric, I said this to him. He's like, you know, what do you think? What do you think? Good. I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what level the competition.
Exactly.
Right? You know that. You got your hand in the cookie jar with all
Right.
these leagues and all these teams and all these overseas. You know.
Yep.
Now I can give you a great scouting report on Thailand now.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Hey, congratulations on that too.
Oh,
Wrapped
thank
up
you.
the
I
season.
appreciate that. Yeah, we just
That was big.
just finished, and it takes me about 2 days to get my body reacclimated because of the time difference.
Right.
But I tell you, man, they got this kid from Queens, Mark Blair, that was playing over for the Titans. Chris Miller, who played with Tri-State, played in Jersey, I think Jersey City, North Jersey, played with us last year for a little bit. Owned a team, bought a team. He's over there.
Okay.
Mark Blair was the MVP. The kid averaged triple-double in this tournament.
Wow.
6'6", 6'5" guard.
Really?
Score, plays. But I was telling him, come back.
Come on, let's say, check them out. You know what I mean? Hey, but when you were saying guys like, you know, we got to pull the curtain on some of these guys.
Yeah.
I want the fans to be looking to look out for this guy. I'm going to say his name today, Brendan Mariani. All right?
But a barbecue gnat during the summer.
Right.
I said, if I say that on the air, it's only with affection. And he smiled because when he showed up, you know, the stereotype, right?
Right.
And I pulled coach aside. I'm like, I think you got a backup guard right here.
Yeah. Right. And listen, the resume doesn't say all-star basketball, but the work ethic that this young man has been putting in so far, I'm going to, you know, he's going to surprise a lot of folks. Not me, because I've already said it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, we played with those kids. We were those guys.
Yep.
We were the first to play, and then everyone would go home and eat, and we would sit out there.
Yeah.
Like he's just, and he smiled when I said it. I was like, you're the guy that I used to play. So friggin' annoying, man.
Right.
Like you just would face guard me, hack, get in my grill, and I said that's exactly what these guys need and what they missed last season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so all right,
So
brother.
set to
I
go.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
Hell of a job, brother.
Thank you.
We got to
Thank
get the season underway, right?
I can't wait. I wish it started tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I need a break, man.
Need a break,
Give me a week or two.
2 weeks.
All right, Steve.
I'll give you 2 weeks.
I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it again. Appreciate all the sponsors, all the community partners, all the players. Of course, Coach Randy Holmes, player personnel, Steve Porter, ownership group, Erik Gaines stopping by, our yeoman-like crew doing the marketing, the content. You guys are phenomenal. We will be back at Joe's probably in another month or two after the season starts. Don't forget, tickets are available at JerseyShoreBreaks.com. For Running with the Breaks, I'm Rich Quinones. We will talk to you March 21st, home opener, St. Rose's, courtside.